My fiancée wanted to have a traditional bachelorette party, but I didn't know that translates to cheating on me in front of all her friends. My fiancée, 29F, and I, 32M, have been together for about 7 years now. We were supposed to get married next month. About 2 weeks ago, my fiancée approached me and asked if I would be open to us having bachelor and bachelorette parties. This made me really uncomfortable. Personally, I believe that these kinds of parties only serve to encourage infidelity before a couple gets married, and they aren't something I'd be interested in. I expressed that to my fiancée, but she told me that if we did have them, they'd just be friends hanging out with us, celebrating our future wedding, and that we wouldn't have the stereotypical last night of freedom kind of party. After talking for a bit and establishing some boundaries, we agreed to have the parties on the same day, which happened to be this past Wednesday. When Wednesday came around, my friends came over to our place for a game and drinks, while my fiancée went out clubbing with her friends. I was having fun with my friends until about roughly 3 hours into our game when one of our mutual friends texted me and told me that we needed to talk. Obviously, I immediately became concerned and asked her what was going on, but she said that she didn't feel comfortable discussing it over text and preferred to speak to me in person. This really messed me up, and for the next hour, I couldn't really focus on anything else because I kept wondering what could possibly be so important that she wanted to come over and talk to me. By the time she arrived, my friends and I had already wrapped things up, so I was just waiting for her to come. She came in and asked for us to sit down and talk, revealing to me that my fiancé used the party as an opportunity to cheat on me. I immediately felt like Mike Tyson had punched me in the chest. This was exactly what I was afraid of when my fiancé first approached me about having these parties, and she assured me that was the furthest thing from her mind. Until then, I had no reason not to trust her, so I believed her. I felt so stupid for not seeing this coming. I asked my friend if she was sure of what happened, and she showed me a video of my fiancé kissing some guy at a bar. Apparently, this video was shared in a group chat that my fiancé and her friends were on to plan the party. I honestly don't know how I didn't break down crying when I was shown the video. There was the woman that I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with, kissing another man while her friends cheered her on. This next part is my friend's recollection of the events that led up to the cheating, so I don't have a whole lot of details. Apparently, my fiancé's maid of honor spent the entire night complaining that I wouldn't let them have a traditional bachelorette party, and that I was too controlling and jealous. My fiancé didn't push back on any of it and just kept drinking and having her fun. At some point, some of the women noticed that she had been getting attention from some of the men, which is when the maid of honor started to encourage her to flirt. My fiancé gave some weak resistance, but eventually, she gave in and approached one of the guys at the bar. This is the point where our mutual friend became uncomfortable and left the party early, but she was still in the group chat where the video was shared. I thanked my friend for telling me what happened and asked her to forward me the evidence, along with anything else that might end up being shared with her. After she left was when I finally broke down crying. I then texted my fiancé, telling her that I knew the wedding was off. Just a few minutes later, my phone was flooded with text messages from her and her friends. They even tried adding me to the group chat where they shared the video of her kissing the other man. She got home about 30 minutes later. She was crying when she came in and begged me not to call off the wedding. She was telling me that she was wasted and that she didn't know what came over her. She claimed that she didn't do anything other than kissing and that she loved me. I stayed silent through all of her crying, which I think only made her more desperate. She kept saying how sorry she was, how it would never happen again, and how she would cut off all the friends that were at her party. I told her that I didn't want to talk about what happened, and that the wedding was still off. I also told her that she could call her friends over and have the traditional party she obviously wanted so much because I was leaving. This made her even more desperate and I kid you not, made her try to block the door to prevent me from leaving. I just stayed silent while packing my bags, then called my sister over and asked her if I could stay with her for a couple of days. I have now been at my sister's house for the last few days, calling friends and family to tell them that the wedding is off. I haven't told anyone other than my sister the reason. I just feel so humiliated. My ex has been calling and texting me every day for the past 2 days. My sister has been offering me support, but I just don't know what to do next. I feel so lost. Despite everything that happened, I still love her.